That means you're gonna block, right? And what's the correct way to block? But you gotta walk back with your baby step punches, half step. Ready? Go. You're gonna do a 1-2 fast. Matter of fact, do a 1-2-1 fast. Go forward, go. Right there. 1-2-1 forward fast, okay? And then when I say switch, then you're gonna go. Then you're gonna block. Ready? Good position. Don't lock up those knees. And look, I threw a body shot, I'm open. This one comes right back up, boom. Throw it in, you know what I'm saying? Arm hands goes up, boom. I decide to throw over. Alright, get in the bag. I decide to throw over. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? He's covered up every single instant. You know what I'm saying? Instead of coming in and taking them and then responding. See what I'm saying? So he wants to respond while do everything, okay? So look, now, right here, by the 7th day, God had finished the work he had been doing on the 7th day. He rested from all his work. Then God blessed the 7th day and made it holy because on him, he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. See that? So how many days?
See what I'm doing that?
7.
You see how I do it?
See? Told you. See, now you know, right? It's just you gotta pay attention to what you're reading.
It's already running. What's going on, Coach?
Man, just here having a great time on Monday, Money Monday, man. Later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How was your day, man?
Man, my day was excellent today, man. It was an easy day. The sun was hiding from me.
Okay.
I had the shade.
Okay.
It's great, man. Beautiful.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your boxing coaching career? Like, you know, how did you get into boxing?
Well, the way I got into boxing, man, I never had interesting for, you know, any sports.
Okay.
But due to my brother being small, growing up in this neighborhood here, I had to make a choice to take him to, a self-defense class. So I looked at it as a self-defense class. But in the end, you know, I worked out with him and, you know, I liked it. You know what I mean? I started, liking boxing more and more and more. And I figured, well, let me put an effort to it, see what it does. And here we are now, 20 years later.
Did you do like any professional boxing?
No, I've never boxed myself.
Okay.
I've sparred before, and I've had a couple encounters out in the real world, but I've never like got in the ring and fought 3, 4, 5 rounds. But I've trained. I had a girl that I trained to be professional and worked professional corners before, and I've worked a couple of professional corners, but I mean, I know it's hard. It's hard work.
So you grew up in Oklahoma City, right?
Yes, right here.
What was it growing up like,
Here in the city, man, growing up, the childhood was great here in the city, man, because when I was a child, man, we used to go outside and play till the street lights came on, and, we had knowledge about everything, and, it was great growing up here in the South. So, I'm pretty, I'm well pleased that I opened, this gym here in the city, right here in my community, my own community, where I grew up. I rode bikes right here, man.
Wow.
When I was a kid.
Wow. So if we are to start counting, for how long has this gym, the Malandrin, how do you say Malandrin?
Malandrin.
So for how long have you been running this gym?
How long? Man, this gym has been here for a good at least 10 years, man.
10 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
Good 10 years, yes.
Wow.
And the word malandrin came from us, man, as Hispanics, we're always calling kids, like bad boys. So, hey, you say, hey, malandrin, ven pa acá, hey, malandrin, because, they're bad, they're little kids. So that's where the name came, and that's where the logo came because of the kids, you know what I mean? It was kid founded,
Yeah. It's so funny that every time I go out and I tell people, like when I see Spanish people, I say malandrin, they look at me like, then I'm like, yeah, bad boy, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any coaching philosophy? Like, what's your coaching philosophy like? Like, you know how you Like me, I'll give you an example. Like Checo, right? Every time I always tell you to bring him to the gym, but you always like let him grow into it.
Yeah.
Like it's like you always ease it on the kids. You don't rush them into it. So that's what I mean. Like, okay, how do you introduce the boxing to the kids or any new boxers? Because you know how to make it look like fun. You know, not like, okay, you gotta go you know how you see some coaches or boxing coaches, they go they don't even joke, but the way you do it, you make it look so fun, and gradually the kids start, you know, they want to come because you're making it look so fun and easy to them. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you answered the question.
Yeah.
Make it fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make it fun, and they're gonna want to do it. You know, and like I said, every kid's different. You don't want to push nothing into kids. You want them to learn. It's just this is how I do it. I have a big field, okay? So what I do, man, is I grab the kids' seeds and I spread them all over the field, right? And don't mess with them. I just let it rain down on them, and look, they start growing, and what happens?
And I noticed one thing, that you put too much emphasis on the footwork. Can you explain that? Because I see their footwork, like you always want the kids' footwork to be like, once they get the footwork right, they're already into boxing. But if they don't get the footwork right, can you talk a little bit about the footwork? How important is the footwork when it comes to boxing?
Well, man, footwork is, to me, as a trainer, I've been training for a long time, and footwork is key. If you have bad footwork, you're not going to learn how to punch. You can't teach a kid to throw combinations without footwork, you know. So it starts with the foundation. You know, you can't build a house, build the roof first, and then the walls, and then throw the concrete. You know what I mean? You got to build it right from the ground up. So that's the same thing. You got to build the footwork from the ground up, so the kids can, you know, and I always pay attention to footwork. And I said, I mean, I've learned, and I'm still learning over these years. You know, I've learned that every kid's different. Every kid don't throw the same jab. Every kid doesn't move the same, but I try to make it fun for him. Okay, we'll adjust to your style, you know, and make it work.
So let's do a little bit of quiz, right? Give me your top 5 old school of all time boxers.
My top.
Yeah, the old school.
Old school.
We do old school first, then we do new school later.
Okay. So my top 5 from my old school will be, with number 1 will be Julio Cesar Chavez.
Wait, I'm not trying to sound racist. Every Spanish speaker I ask, that's what they always mention. Is it that good? Because I might have to do my own research.
I grew up in a boxing family. My dad loved boxing. My grandpas loved boxing. So when I grew up with my dad and my grandpa, they sit down. Julio Cesar Chavez fought. Block party.
Okay.
You're talking about, he had so many fights, and you know, he was really good, man. He was an exciting fighter. So you got him. We had Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was my grandpa's all-time favorite.
That was when I was growing up too. Yeah. In Africa.
My grandpa used to be a cook. He gets out late. We used to watch it on HBO, and nobody better get up. When Mike Tyson fought, everybody had to be quiet and everything, because you know Mike Tyson was 1 minute out. Yeah. So we got Mike Tyson, Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales.
Okay.
And what's his name? Diego Corrales.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do my research about all those people that you mentioned.
Yeah.
From the new school, give me your top 5.
From my new school?
Yeah.
You're talking about 90s and up, or?
From Floyd.
From Floyd?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess then, you know,
till
my all-time, my new school will be Manny Pacquiao. Humble, good, exciting fighter. Okay. You got Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd, okay.
I could say Oscar De La Hoya. I used to like that fight. Felix Trinidad. Okay. I like Felix Trinidad, and Fernando Vargas was my, you know, the guys I grew up, I like watching fight. Okay. All these, the young generation that's coming up, you know, you got Haney, and you got Ryan Garcia, you got those guys, they're good, but they have a lot to prove, you know, from these old fighters, you know.
So what makes a good boxer for you?
What makes a good boxer?
Good boxer, yeah.
Attitude.
Okay.
Good attitude. Humbleness, man. Brings crowds, brings people, you know what I mean? And that's what makes a good boxer, you know what I mean? I mean, because, like I said, you can have anything, you can have, just like Oscar de la Hoya. He was an okay boxer. He wasn't a good boxer.
Okay.
But Oscar de la Hoya filled up stadiums, filled up crowds. You know?
Drinking problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what happened to him, he started, you know, getting drunk and, you know, what
This guy
everybody
too
says
is good, though.
the good stuff, huh?
Ortiz.
Victor Ortiz?
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Yeah, Victor Ortiz is
He's
good,
a good
very
kid.
humble.
He's
Yeah,
a good
Victor
kid.
Ortiz, he had good humble. But like I said, man, when you're in boxing, man, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I say protect yourself at all times, you know what I mean? So.
Who do you think is the face of boxing right now?
The face?
Of boxing right now.
Man, the face of boxing is still Canelo, man. Right now.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Canelo will fill up stadiums.
Yeah.
Canelo, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If Canelo fights, UFC stops their programmer to watch Canelo.
You're right. So what's your plan for the kids, man? Because remember, and I say I'm going to hold your word, because you said in the last interview we did, right? You said in the next 5 years, you want to have Olympic rosters at every weight class. And good boxing prospects, you know, at this gym, world champion at this gym. So you want to talk a little bit about that, you know, for?
Well, yes, man. We're building them, man. In the next 5 years, we're building them, and we're gonna see results. Like I said before, a lot of people said that, you know, Oklahoma's not a boxing state, but we're gonna make it a boxing state. And you know, it's how much effort we put into it. You know, how much dedication we put into it. And as you see, we put a lot of dedication because we take time off our family, time off our jobs, time off our everything, and we invest this time. You know, like Coach P said, it's a banking system. We got everything in the bank. So whenever we're ready to step to that level, and they give us the opportunity to be on that stage, guess what? We're going to the bank and we're going to cash out everything we've been doing. We're going to cash it out, so
what
we can have a world champion.
How do you get your motivation? Because you walk from. What's your day like? What time do you wake up?
Man, my day begins at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
My daily routine, my stretches, and you know, and you know, making, you know, breakfast for my son, getting him to the bus stop, and from there just dealing from construction to customer to customer. Sometimes we work late, and I try to cut my days, my time at right around 5:30, so I can hurry up and run back to the gym and be here and make sure class is going and make sure everybody's getting their complete workout and make sure everybody's learning. That's if you see me, that's one thing I'm always watching, see who's learning, who's not learning, see who needs work, see who don't need work. You know, because I want everybody to feel you know, good at the end of the day. So that's what it is. And sometimes we leave here about 8 o'clock, man, and then go back home and do it all over again. You know what I mean?
So where do you get your motivation from, man?
My motivation?
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
He motivates me every day.
Wow.
I wake up with prayer, man.
Yeah.
This is what a lot of people is like, you know, what motivates you or what makes you get up in the morning? Just the simple things like, if I hear my alarm clock in the morning, beep, and I'm waking up my eyes, thank you, God.
I mean, I remember when we went to Kansas, 6 o'clock, you already all of us were still sleeping, you're already downstairs having your breakfast and all that.
If God gives me the opportunity to wake up, I'm gonna make the best of that opportunity that He's gave me that day. So that's why you always see me in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood. I'm always ready to go, and I'm always ready to try things. I'm never scared because He's gave me that opportunity to get up and do it. You know what I mean? So I'm taking advantage of that opportunity because I don't know about tomorrow. You know what I mean?
And talking about giving people opportunity, I know you're very big on that. If you see somebody that people kind of like, you know, write off like, oh man, you don't know how to do shit, but you always have that. I don't know. I used to be like that. Like I always like the underdogs. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you get into stuff like that? How do you see like, okay, Like, cause it's only few people that could see that. Cause I read a story like about 3 days ago, right? They said there was an eagle, but the eagle was being raised among the chicken. So over time, you know how eagles they fly, but just because it was being raised with the chicken, the eagles couldn't fly. But the naturalist came, he knew that this is eagle. Eagle's supposed to fly. He don't supposed to stay with the, and he was like, okay, he told the owner of the farm, like, I'm gonna make this eagle fly like an eagle, not like a chicken. So how, like, what do you see in people that give you that courage to be like, okay, I could make, because you always say you make boxers, right? So what do you see in people that makes you want to say, okay, even though you're not good right now, but I see you could become a better person, or you could become something bigger than what you are right now. Do you understand my question?
Yeah. Confidence. I got confidence in myself to do it. That's how I do it. I got confidence in myself. If I set my mind and I set something to do, I got enough confidence in me and I got enough belief in myself that I can do it.
Wow. Where does that
and
come
I
from?
pass that to you and I pass that to the other. It's contagious. It's contagious.
Yeah.
If you hang around with me for one day, it's contagious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see that.
And I pass it and I pass it, I pass it. I don't want everything for me.
For yourself, yeah.
You know, I want everybody to have a piece of what I have, you know?
So how do you measure success of your boxers? Like, how do you measure their growth?
The growth?
Yeah.
Well, just look around, man. Look around us, man. We got all these, you know, coaches that help us.
Yeah.
I can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
I got different coaches. I got different staff that do different things. You know, and we do it together. It's not like I'm gonna say I did it myself. No, we all did it together. You know, and that's why I tell you it's contagious, man. Everything that I mean, when we do something and we're there, it's contagious. You know what I mean?
But where do you get it? Did you learn it from your dad or your mom, or just because of
my mom? My mom is very positive. I have a mother that she's very positive. Don't matter what she's going through, she stays positive. No matter what storm she's in, she stays positive. And I think I got it from her. And you know, a lot of times I ask her, so, you know, my mom, you know, she's positive, you know, I'm positive like her, but my strength and everything else, you know, it comes from God, from prayer, man.
Yeah, you always happy all the time too.
Why not, man? Look at where we're at now.
I know.
We're here, you know, we have a family. I mean, I'm watching kids grow, you know?
Okay. Okay.
So,
well, what makes you happy?
what makes you happy?
Yeah.
Man, just being alive every day, that makes me happy. Doesn't matter what the circumstances is.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yes, sir.
Man, I could say steak, man.
Steak?
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say you like them all.
I like all the foods, man, but right now, man, it's steak season for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when the summertime comes, when you put it on the grill, that's steak
I know
season.
you like it.
Oh, man, I love the grill.
Tell us about your grill skills, man.
Man,
Because you like to get on the grill.
Man, I don't think nobody will ever have my grill skills, man. I mean, I can grill some good mad chicken, some steaks. I mean, I can grill just about anything, man. You know, I love grilling and having, you know, a lot of people around eating, conversating, and you know, the best thing about that is who could tell the best lie. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, I've done this or I've done that, or you know, I don't know. I've told a lie before that. You know, I was like, yeah, man, I had a 1979 Ford F-250.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah, and I jumped in front of the train and hit the brakes and stopped the passenger train. Like, oh yeah, you did. I was like, I was just a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of the nationals, man, we just came back from nationals a couple of months ago, right?
Yes.
We have our boxer. You know, I think we get to the finals, right? But
yes,
we couldn't. So what are some of the plans that we have so that we'll be able to get some of our fighters to to that kind of level of boxing stage?
That level there takes a lot of time, and to do that, we're good enough right now where we have some good people in here to spar each other, so they can get to that level. And as you can see, that level, they're real fast. Footwork's real fast, hands are real fast, and so that's what we got to do.
Do we have any event coming up this year?
Event, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's gonna be a surprise, and
Okay.
I'm gonna set
We're
up
gonna
a
keep it-
boxing event. I'm gonna keep it low, but I'm gonna make it a good boxing event. You know what I mean? And who knows? We might be giving out prizes.
Yeah.
You never know. You know what I mean? So
We number one, man. I always tell people, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. We number one when it comes to boxing gym in Oklahoma City.
there you go.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not
telling
joking.
you.
I'm not joking. For real, for real. You have any advice for the kids, for the, for the parents, for the coaches at home before I let you go tonight?
Man, for the parents, just support your kids. Be with them, support them, push them, just motivate them. And the coaches, man, never stop coaching. The day you stop coaching, you're gonna regret it.
And I see you giving away free money, man. Hey, to the kids, if they recite a Bible verse, well, what's that all about?
Man, it's a calling.
Okay.
And everybody needs to know who God is, and it's important to read the Bible, at least know one or two scriptures, you know what I mean? And I believe that will help them in their life, a very long time, you know what I mean? Especially when they're young, you show them a scripture and they will always remember that, you know what I mean? They will always remember, hey, coach used to tell us. So when they grow up, they're going to teach their kids, it's just, like I said, I got the seeds, there's the field, I'm throwing right there.
Okay. So, Coach, thanks so much for your time tonight.
Appreciate
Hopefully,
it.
I'll bring you back one of these days. Thanks so much.
All
Stay
right.
blessed and drive them safe.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Did she got it?
Try it now. Okay. All right.
Whose Bible is that? Is that your Bible?
No, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
Ready? Go.
I found it.
Oh, shit. That was so quick.
Man, you found it in 7 seconds.
She won that money, I told you.
Try to find John 3:16. Fine. Yeah, go.
Go.
Seven seconds. She found it in 7 seconds.
That's what's up.
Keep doing what you're doing. Well, I'm gonna find another verse that I want y'all to. I'm gonna give you another verse, and that's for the other people because you already told me the John 3:16. I'm gonna do it for the other people that don't know John 3:16, so we can find that verse. All right. We're gonna do tool memory too. You have to be social. You know what I mean? You can't be like if I give you a microphone right now, and I have 300 people outside. Could you talk to them? Could you be like, you lock up? Huh? You have to learn to unlock yourself, right? Because trust me, when you start opening up like that, doors are going to start opening up everywhere. You cannot be scared to talk to anybody. You got to, hey, how you doing? Good morning. How you doing? You have to do that. You have to be a people person to succeed in this life. You know what I mean? Because if you're quiet, you're not going to be heard. You're like,
Close mouth. Can't be fed.
that's why remember I said Rottweiler voice. Rottweiler voice. You have to take control. Take control.
Wait, the other one, I gotta fix that one.